In the last episode of the Libero story, we went to Scotland and Celtic. The original viral double libero tactic came out to play. It worked a treat and gave us a trophy win after only 4 months in the job. The wheel landed on Leon, and it looks like a tough proposition. Rules are rules, let's go to Leon. As we saw last time, Leon are having what can only be described as an absolute nightmare in League One. They're sitting rock bottom, and a close look at the fixture list shows it has been a nightmare this season. Not ideal for us and our distinctive style of play. I'm really baffled on why they've had such a bad time actually. If you look at the squad, they've got some really good players. Standout is centre-back Adrielson. What a centre-back he is, and he's valued at 40 million. The man Matic is still there. They've even got Jorginho. But it's in the forward areas where they've got most of the talent. Benrahma, Origi, Kouame, and of course the highly rated Rayan Cherki. The good news is he's still there. Having seen all that, it's time to load in our latest libero tactic. This one is beautifully named 5 Knuckle. I mean, when a manager's brought in for a struggling team, I don't think they'll be expecting to play something like that. Okay, third club then, and Leon are going to be the guinea pigs for the 5 Knuckle tactic. But looking at that forward line, I think they're going to fit into this. I'm going to put them in there now. Instantly, I feel better. The team looks pretty solid there. If I start at the back, Tagliafico is probably a perfect version of an inverted fullback. Not necessarily great going forward because he hasn't got the pace anymore at 33, but definitely someone who can shift over. And if you look at the 2 liberos we're going to use, Matic in his later years, that could be perfect in his later years as a libero. And on the other side, the aforementioned Brazilian Adrielson could be good. We've got Zeki Zelik as the attacking fullback on one side, and then it's further up the field where it really gets exciting. You've got Benrahma, who's going to play off the striker, Cherki in his favoured position out wide, and we're going to go with 2 up front, a Trequartista, just why not, and Divock Origi up front. Hopefully he can recover some Liverpool form. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Now look, the league is a disaster. Obviously, we're not going to win the league. They've had a nightmare. But the good news is, as I look at the schedule, the cup hasn't started yet, because if it had, they probably would have been knocked out. So we've got that coming. There's a sliver of a chance we can do something in the French Cup. As long as somebody knocks PSG out, we might have a chance. I also love the fact Jorginho's here. How much did they buy him for? 2.7 million. All right, not bad, not bad. So Jorginho's going to get a couple of games as well. The bench is solid. The guy in the deep line playmaker role is Cacaret. Is that right? I mean, he's valued at 30 to 35 million. Who was in charge before me? What has he been doing? They're only in 2 competitions. There's no European football for Lyon this year. The goal is basically the French Cup, and try not to get sacked, because at the minute, they are in the mud. We don't need tactics like Sam Allardyce or David Moyes to get us out of the mess. It's going to be the 5 Knuckle, right? The first game we played was that French Cup game, and this team are lower than us, but it was good to see Origi bagging a hat-trick. Very promising start, although we did allow quite a few chances against. Next, it was the next round of the Cup. This is round 10, and this was wild. It took a 96th-minute winner. Your eyes do not deceive you. It was 5-4 against Le Havre. That should probably have acted as a warning sign, because next, in our first league game against highly fancied Monaco, we got battered. We lost the next one to Nice, but not as bad. We're starting to look okay. Now I'm going to show you how this tactic starts to work in shape as well. Now straight from kickoff, you can see our 3 centre-backs. Now these are triple liberos. We have Matic, then the more defensive-minded one, Saletakar, and then we've got Adrielson there. So we'll keep an eye on Matic and Adrielson. They're going to be the 2 that bomb forward. I'm hoping the guy in the middle sees them 2 going forward and just holds his position. Let's have a little look at the way things move. Well, you can see instantly they're moving forward. There we go, there we go. My hope is that under my head, Tagliafico, there he is, will stay back with this man while everything else is happening up here. But what you can see is the front 4 that we've got of Kouame, Cherki, Origi and Benrahma are already loving life, and they're getting supported by that attacking fullback. Look at that now. So, bang, pause that. We've got basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forward and 2 back. I could do with Tagliafico getting across there a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out. There's the deep line playmaker. That's the centre-back, Adrielson. And Tagliafico, to be fair to him, is trudging over into the centre-back slot. because he needs to, because my other liberos decided to go forward as well. Jesus. But it looks all right, doesn't it? We're gonna concede a few goals because Tagliafico isn't getting quite as far across as I'd like him to. But we're gonna score some as well because look at the attacking options Selec's got down that right-hand side. And what I love is that the liberos are now panicking and absolutely legging it to get back in defence. But wait a minute, after those first few dodgy games, we have started to build up a bit of form now, a bit of a head of steam. We've only lost one game in Ligue 1 to Lens, and we're progressing to the semi-finals of the French Cup. You can see the chemistry that they've started to form. They're actually looking all right in this tactic now. Things are looking up. Look at this one from Shirky down the left-hand side. Now, all the options he's got for the pullback. We've also got our liberos chilling out on the edge of the box. As it comes back, there's one of them who pings it in. We've stormed up the league to 13th now. Remember when we took over, we were rock bottom, but now we're 13th. It's far too far away to get into Europe, but it was time for the semi-finals of the French Cup, and wouldn't you just know it, we drew Paris Saint-Germain. Unbelievably though, in the 26th minute, we got a penalty, and Benrahma slotted it in. PSG came back at us though. They've got a Galactico team and Xavi Simons put it in for 1-1. PSG weren't dealing with our movement and rotation though. And Mata went down the right hand side. Jorginho, what is he doing up there? He whips it across. Our second penalty of the match in the 72nd minute. Benrahma again. Top bin. Unbelievably, we've knocked PSG out of the semi-finals of the French Cup. That is unreal. We have been on a stomping run. Now, PSG, to be fair to them, were the better team. They had 22 shots, 10 on target, they dominated possession, but we stuck in there with our formation, 2 penalties, and we're in the final. We have a chance here of coming in December and winning a trophy because we've got Toulouse in the final of the French Cup. This would be a massive bonus. I bloody love the 5-knuckle tactic. It's worked a treat. The front four are having a right laugh. The liberos love it. Tagliafico, hopefully one day he'll get over to that centre-back position, but he's doing a job. So it's a little while to the French Cup final. We've got like 8 or so league games to build up a bit of momentum, and then it's the big one. Let's see if we can get this trophy. That'll be 2 trophies in this one season from Celtic and Lyon. Massive bonus.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay, we closed out the season pretty well and finished in a very respectable 11th place. More than happy with that. So after we took over, a really good run, a little bit of inconsistency, but some good wins. PSG did get revenge for that cup defeat, but it wasn't as one-sided as the scoreline looks. But now it was time for our bonus shot at a trophy, the French Cup final against Toulouse. I've just realised that Toulouse are in the 2nd division. We will not get a better chance than this. We've got a full strength team. You can see the chemistry is continuing and loads of players are wanted. It shows the uptake in form. Here we go then.
Are you ready?
Now, 2nd division Toulouse put up a great fight, but watch this assist from Shirky. Oh my days, for Origi. Toulouse battled hard and got one back, but we sealed the win through Benrahma. Somehow, we've accomplished defeat in half a season. I do believe this Shirky assist deserves a second look. Oh, wow. Now that is an unexpected result. From where we took over, bottom of the league, looking dead and buried, we've done it. That one was a brand new tactic created on the fly. I will put the player instructions on the end of this episode. I'll put it in Patron as well if you want to try it with a different team. It's probably worth a punt. So where are we going to end up next?